What is a truly mouth-watering UEFA Nations League semi-final? The European champions against the most recent World Cup finalists, Lamine Yamal against Ousmane Dembélé, Spain against France. It is a fixture that is rich with both storylines and recent history. And both nations needed penalties to move through their quarter-final ties. Spain saw off the Netherlands after two enthralling games of football. And France came from 2-0 down in the first leg to knock Croatia out. And we now know those who await the winners tonight. Portugal's victory over Germany last night means they are into their second Nations League final. In UEFA Nations League semi-final. The European champions against the most recent World Cup finalists, Lamine Yamal against Ousmane Dembélé, Spain against France. It is a fixture that is rich with both storylines and recent history. And both nations needed penalties to move through their quarter-final ties. Spain saw off the Netherlands after two enthralling games of football. And France came from 2-0 down in the first leg to knock Croatia out. And we now know those who await the winners tonight. Portugal's victory over Germany last night means they are into their second Nations League final. As the front of one Spanish newspaper put it this morning, it is a night to dream. A collection of some of the very best in the world converging on a mild June night in Stuttgart. Some fresh from Champions League success, others back in Germany reminiscing about balmy nights from 12 months ago at Euro 2024. And for us and others, Karen Bartley, we have...
I love how open this game has become, but France are really suffering. They've not been tight enough on the ball. They're losing possession in really critical areas.
Rabiot and Yamal, we knew that was coming at some point.
Dude, Housen, my word. Oh, what did you say? 6'5" of him.
Yep. Here's Dembélé trying to burst his way through, and very nice. Simon is the foil to France's plans again in the first half.
Again, it's just central, isn't it? Very central.
Ousmane Dembélé has been on the Philippe Chatrier court this week at the French Open with the Champions League trophy. PSG's players have been lapping up the moment over these last few days. The first ever Champions League. Just quietly trying to whisper a few words to Lamine Yamal. And that's why, because Yamal is going to take it on and he's lifted it in. This is beautiful. That is a brilliant goal. Finished by Dean Housen. And to the disappointment of Spain and probably quite a few neutrals, the offside flag is going to deny a piece of art.
Oh, that belongs in a museum. That was tremendous. And that little conversation was all it took for a bit of magic. Little dink over the top, and unfortunately Housen was offside. But again, so unselfish. Lovely little movement.
It's that initial pass, isn't it, to Zuc?
No, indeed.
Just not there.
That's exactly right. Like I said, I think Spain are managing the phases really well, blocking up central areas, making it difficult to find the space to play in.
Maybe now some shorter stuff from France to try and pick the gap. Long leg. Hernandez. Left by Mbappé, picked up by Kone. Slipped in for Dembélé. Wouldn't have counted anyway. Simon was there again though.
Lovely little 1-2 there. It's just offside, isn't he? Rabiot coming across, and you've got Longley as well. Lamine Yamal recognises the space on the opposite side.
Struggling, aren't they, France? He's had a bit of a hash of his clearance. Williams has got it for Spain, and now Lamine Yamal is going to chance his arm again. And the ball is on potentially for Lamine Yamal, but he couldn't quite get the trajectory.
It's the way he keeps the ball central. He can move left to right. He's so unpredictable. Fantastic player.
Mbappé, who was always just having to stretch to reach it. Kalulu. Wilson came over to meet him. Mbappe's picking himself up in the box separately.
And there's Norman again, absolutely doing his job.
Quickly covering the ground was Longley. Towards Doué, hang on to it. Now, Lamine Yamal has skipped away from Longley. Not once but twice. And the ball in, which was so close to locating Marino for his second and Spain's third. A little flash of the Hernandez. Doué pulled it on towards Elise, whose pass in turn was always going to go to Dembélé. Simon required again. Managed to scoop that ball into a relatively good area as well.
Again, tremendous.
When he eventually got his opportunity, Pedro Porro has given away an awful throw there. And Lamine Yamal, trying to help out, has clattered into the back of Desiree Doué and is going to be booked for doing so.
Well, we spoke about his fallibilities, didn't we? And that was a big one. I think Pedro Porro switched off. Lamine Yamal switched off as well from that throw.
What is Pedro Porro doing?
Yeah,
Desiree Doué. Elise on a free kick. He scored a brilliant free kick in the Nations League in March. This one is going to be bent in towards Unai Simon, who didn't get a touch on it, retracted the glove just in time.
That was acrobatic, wasn't it? One for the photo album.
But he has had to be active, Unai Simon, so far.
Oh, definitely. That's what I mean. I think France should.
Kylian Mbappé. Desiree Doué. Hernandez. And the chance, which Mbappé cannot seize.
There's that fantastic reaction save. You must have seen it late. It goes through loads of.
To send balls into the box.
Well, yeah, there's no bodies in the area, so it wouldn't make any sense.
You say. Here's Doué. Not too much of the ball to Porro, but Doué went for it, and I think Unai Simon must have seen that late. His reaction certainly suggested he did.
It's a tremendous reaction save to get that left hand down as quickly as he did. Again, it's too easy, too much space for Doué at the edge of the box.
Do that. Necessarily in there for his ball playing abilities, Robin Lenormand. Taking the physicality box.
Certainly, I think he enjoys that physicality, doesn't he? Kind of takes one for the team, if you will, and enables other threat as well. The pocket play from the likes of Pedri and obviously Moreno. It's too easy.
How do France respond now? Mbappé, he's going to be the one who wants to lead the response. And is grounded. Big season. Fuente calls Martin Zubimendi to Rodri clone. Yamal. Oyarzabal. Nico Williams! Smashes Spain in front with conviction. And one of their heroes from 12 months ago in this country has just cracked the European champions into a first half lead.
Nico's absolutely loving it, isn't it? Housing in on the act.
To go this September. Porro giving it to Yamal. Back with Pedro Porro, who sent it in with some purpose. He's going to try and make a nuisance of himself apart from by Hansi Flick, the Barcelona manager. Seems to have revitalised Pedri as a player. showing stamina like never before, physicality. And here comes Spain again with Mikel Moreno, and it is 2-0. Just like that, Spain pull the rug from beneath France's feet. There's no running round the corner flag in Stuttgart tonight, though, from Mikel Moreno. Just broad Spanish smiles. Oh, hang on. He is going round the corner flag. A tribute once more in this stadium to his dad, who scored a big goal here for Osasuna in the UEFA Cup all the way back in 9. That's a glorious touch. Rabiot got a bit fortunate that it came to Elise, but Elise's got it back to Rabiot, and Rabiot has options here, and maybe that wasn't the best one.
Mbappe's movement was brilliant across that front line, just really unsettling that Spanish defence, pulling them all over, creating loads of space, and he just, if you're the Spanish defender, you're quite happy letting Rabiot shoot from there, I think.
Zubimendi, who's thinking about trying himself. Yamal. Lamine Yamal. Was there a deflection on that? There was.
So that's absolutely mad.
It's quite a high bar he set himself. Nico Williams going to test Kanate here. Williams! Magnan was needed, and he was needed to get down low and get down there quickly too.
No, it was an orthodox save, but he did the job, didn't he?
It's Zubimendi, who's thinking about trying himself. Yamal. Lamine Yamal.
It takes so much discipline to be able to do that for long periods of time, so hopefully they don't switch off for their sake.
Hernandez nudging it on to Doué. Doué is trying to make that angle and struck that right to Unai Simon. But clearly, Karen there is a player who is full of confidence. Kalulu. This is Elise. Mbappé. Desiree Doué. Mbappé. Right in front of him was Pedri. Dembélé closed down by Cucurella. Nico Williams. For Lamine, seen though by Hernandez, who was brave. Good
save.
That's a clever pass. This is Hernandez. Oh, he's hit the crossbar. Didn't look Theo Hernandez like he was in full control of his effort, and yet somehow Unai Simon still was nearly beaten.
Brilliantly worked. Absolutely in acres of space, Theo Hernandez at the edge of the area, and he's leaning back, it just gets away from him, but he's still managed.
Tight. Only conceded 29 goals as a team, lowest in La Liga. Elise neatly into the path of Doué. He's attracting Lamine Yamal.
They're targeting them obviously because Theo Hernandez is going to try to get forward.
And that's exactly what he's going to do now, Hernandez, for France. And he's going to take it on himself too. Well, this was what Michael Oliver... Now, Marc Cucurella is getting a fair bit of stick every time he gets the ball, and one would presume that comes down to his handball that didn't go Germany's way in the quarter-final against Spain last summer. Nico Williams. Comfortable height for Magnan.
It's just so direct, isn't it?
Up a bit for the French. Dembele's touch, unable to release Mbappé, but he's won it back, Ousmane Dembélé. And I'm not sure they're going to catch him. Dembélé. Mbappé. Tried one more pass for Elise. Most unlike Kylian Mbappé to be unselfish in a position like that.
Indeed, as well. He had two options on the left, but it was a massive save. Really well timed from Unai.
Here's Porro. Has seen plenty of the ball in the first 4 minutes. Yamal. And the opportunity might be there for Yamal again. It's going to be a Spain corner.
Spain getting so much success down this right-hand side with the overlap of Pedro Porro combining nicely with Yamal.
This is Dembélé. And Michael Olise. All for Theo Hernandez, who saw sight of goal and thought it was worth an effort.
It's an interesting start to this game, isn't it? Theo Hernandez loves to get forward. Unleashes it.
Unable to reach it. And the first roar goes up as Lamine Yamal collects the ball for Spain. Too many times that Yamal chooses to go backwards rather than forwards over these next 88 minutes.
This was a lovely, lovely goal. Huge side volley from Dean Housen.
Kone. Mbappé knows that time is against him and against France. Only seconds of this half to play. So ultimately he probably had to take that on. But they are not going to find a way through before half-time. There is Michael Oliver's whistle. And champions doing what champions do. Two very quick goals from Nico Williams and then Mika Moreno. Perspective, Karen Bardsley, you go back to the 2021 final in this competition. It's hard really to find the similarities. Spain led in that game, but Benzema equalised. Mbappé won it with 10 minutes to go, but it's a 2-goal lead to overhaul here. And Spain have gone up a notch as well since 2021.
No, they certainly have, but yeah, I think France certainly have their work cut out for them. They've been sloppy on the ball. I think Kalulu's having a difficult time at right back, and he's getting punished by the likes of Nico Williams. They're going to have to tidy up a little bit. Defensive, some positivity and encouragement from that.
No changes from either at half-time, which perhaps is far more of a surprise for France than it is Spain. Here's Lamine Yamal for Oyarzabal, who had the chance to make it 3. I'll tell you, there's more than 6,000 in here. Now France's turn to see if they can rummage deep and get a goal back. Olise. Ousmane Dembélé. Olise. And fired across and out of the reach of Dembélé from Kalulu. And not far out of his reach either.
That was a delightful ball. Absolutely really zipped across the 6-yard box, and it just needed a little bit of a touch.
Olise spinning gracefully as ever, giving it to Dembélé. Dembélé trying to lure Cucurella into diving in at his feet, and the Chelsea defender didn't let that happen, but Yamal has given the ball back to France. This is Hernandez, and didn't let that happen, but Yamal has given the ball back to France. This is Hernandez, and on the stretch, but again, not close enough was Dembélé.
That's more like it from France. Lovely little ball here. 1-2, devastatingly close.
That's both the fullbacks in the last 2 minutes have provided chances for Dembélé.
I think there's been
which won them their first Copa del Rey in many, many years, back in 2020. Nico Williams giving it to Lamine Yamal. Is this his moment? It's a penalty. Rabiot too close to Lamine Yamal. The story between those two goes on. Rabiot pleads innocence, claims he got at least a portion of the ball, but that's not the way Michael Oliver saw it.
No, it just comes from too many transitional moments. Nico Williams as well to just hold on to it just long enough, but possibly too long. Potentially offside there.
Yeah, that could be an interesting part of this, because once they have checked whether... Nothing bothers him, does it?
This is brilliant from him. He'll take the penalty when he's ready. It's what getting into that right mindset.
And now he is ready, Lamine Yamal. Here he comes, the teenager. That was never in doubt. 17 years old. We all know it, but we still can't fathom it. The already unmistakable Lamine Yamal sweeps Spain into a 3-0 lead.
effortless, isn't it? I mean, even the celebrations.
Having burst onto the scene in 2024, he is right at the forefront of being a potential Ballon d'Or winner in 2025. This is Nico Williams. This is going to get worse for France. It's 4-0 Spain. Pedri showing calmness personified. France are crumbling to pieces in Stuttgart.
They're absolutely shocked, aren't they? We saw it happen, obviously, 2 goals in quick succession in the first half. Subsequently again in the second. But yeah, like Spain do so well, you know, in terms of really embracing the moment, celebrating with the whole team.
Nico Williams is going to reach it. Kalulu's over there to meet him. Nico Williams isn't sure where that deflection off Konate was going to go. It is a Spain throw, and France will take that. Final. We've still got more than half an hour to play. Mbappé, that might be a penalty, it is. And suddenly, a glimmer of hope for France.
You can never write Mbappé off, can you?
Michael Oliver has given his second penalty inside the space of 10 minutes. This is the time to do it. Unai Simon has been brilliant in the Spain goal so far, but they're going to need his brilliance now. Can't stop Mbappé. That's one back for France.
Lovely approach there. Bit of a stagger. Gives Unai Simon the eyes and sends him the wrong way. Can this be the catalyst?
Doesn't like losing. He doesn't like losing like this either. Dembélé, that's neat. Here's Doué. Doué! Nearly another golden moment for the golden boy.
And what a beauty that would have been. Again, Dembélé does so well driving through that central area in the Spanish defence. And Doué's eyes just must light up when he sees the space that he's been given to try to curl.
Rabiot. Shifted it on, getting it back. I think the ball popped up and hit the arm of Bradley Barcola. As indicated by Michael Oliver. Hausen. Mendy curving it beautifully into the path of Pedro Porro, and down for Lamine Yamal! The sort of goal that has Ballon d'Or written all over it. In his tender years, he already looks a generational talent. And everybody on the globe knows his name.
It's hard to argue with the genius that you see before you, isn't it? But he makes it just look so effortless. The timing of the run, the release of the pass. Just look here, top of your screen, that touch into space for Lamine Yamal to run onto, and it's just, when you think it's getting away from you, he just manages to squeak out that big toe, just poke it beyond the outstretch, like Mannion. Just goes to show that you don't always need to make solid contact with the ball to score a great goal.
Cherki trying to get the ball back again. It is at the feet now of Barcola. It's going to be a goal kick.
You can just see the celebrations there, can't you? Pedro Porro, he knows he's playing well, despite giving away that penalty.
Cherki This is Barcola. Mbappé. Dembélé. Malo Gusto. Hausen.
Mbappé still putting in a big shift, trying to make something happen, trying to create a spark to start this French attack.
Okay, nice touch by him. Yes, again, trying to thread it through for Dembélé, who's hit the post. Angles seemed to be running away from him, and yet Simon was still beaten. Saved by the frame.
It's been really unfortunate. They have created some opportunities.
He's got wonderful vision. Gusto. Mbappé. It's not his finest.
It's not clicking for France.
Certainly is for this man and for Spain. Yamal. 2 goals.
Coutinho has anything to say about it.
That's the prospect on Sunday as well of 17-year-old Lamine Yamal against 40-year-old Cristiano Ronaldo. This is Mbappé, saved by Simon. Mbappé was wondering whether he was tugged to the ground just as he was getting that shot away. Messi from Spain.
Very, very sloppy indeed. Again, incredibly expansive, maybe just a little bit complacent, but looks like Mbappé just snatches at it as he's falling, as he's being pulled back.
Rabiot. Koenig. Cherki! That's tremendous! And of all the brilliance tonight, Rayan Cherki's goal is right at the top of the list. On his French debut, they don't come much better than that. Spain 5, France 2.
It's an absolutely sumptuous strike, that is. The pass from Mbappé to pick him out, but Cherki, the way he's taken that ball, lifted it, had a little touch into the air and hit it on the volley, and the pace, the absolute venom he hits that with. He's been tremendous for Lyon this season.
Towards Lamine Yamal by Moreno. And he is on a hat-trick, but he's trying to get it over to Dani Olmo instead. Gusto's cross. Away to Lamine Yamal. Here we go. Oh, that's just tremendous. And Theo Hernandez, who has hauled him over, has given him a pat on the back, almost as if to say, yeah, you can have that one.
I mean, what's not to love about Lamine Yamal? Honestly, he plays with such joy and freedom and belief in himself. He, like we've seen there, he just ties the opposition, Theo Hernandez, in knots. To the point where literally the back line finds those pockets of space just in front.
Gusto himself admits he's had a difficult season with his club side Chelsea, but he's on the end of the return pass, Gusto, and he's provided France with another goal. It's gone in off Vivian, it's an own goal. And surely this isn't the start of the great Nations League recovery, is it?
Well, it's certainly exciting, isn't it? Oh my goodness! Fans are back on their feet, but again, great run here from Malo Gusto, diagonal across the defender, and it's a dangerous ball into a dangerous area. Vivian has to gamble there because he knows the man behind him.
Spain last year in the European Championship. In Portugal, in Porto, against the France free kick. To the way by Cucurella.
I think Spain have definitely been the better team in terms of getting the balance between attack and defense right this evening.
Moreno didn't get that ball right for Samu. Rabiot just trying to release Barcola, who is mighty quick. That's how quick he is. He's still going, Barcola. Barcola. Oh, over the top of the bar from Kolo Muani, and Didier Deschamps knows that the revival really would have begun there had he scored that.
And look at that speed. I mean, Pedro Porro isn't slow, but Barcola makes him look like he's towing a caravan. And Kolo Muani, it's just so unfortunate that sails over the bar. What a great opportunity.
Towing the caravan, because Barcola looked like he's putting the shin pads on, so one would presume he's coming on shortly. Well, Simon is off his line there, and Vivian's clearance didn't go as far as he thought it would. Danger is done for now, at least, until Kylian had a bit too much of a grip of the shirt. He's not having a great few minutes, the Spanish centre-half.
It's been quite a chaotic game for him to come into and get up to speed as quickly as he could.
The supporters behind Unai Simon's goal haven't either. Shirky with one magical moment already, but not a repeat trip from him.
No, that's a wasted opportunity. You have to at least put it on target, test the goalkeeper, Virgil van Dijk as well. It's a bit of a shock, I think.
Kone, one last thrust for France. Well, an amazing night. Shirky, 5-4. They are not done yet. Rando Kolo Muani's made sure of that. It's a game for the ages. And who knows, maybe that isn't the final chapter.
Oh, it's a delicious ball from Shirky, isn't it? Just wraps his left foot around it, in a position where the goalkeeper's unsure if he should come. Defenders are facing their own goal. Absolute golden platter for Kolo Muani.
90 crazy seconds to come here. France may as well throw absolutely everything at it, but just as Gusto thought he was running away, Spain have been given a free kick, and it is going to massively check the French momentum.
But we spoke about those.
From one goalkeeper to another, and still no whistle from Michael Oliver. But now he does blow his whistle. A true classic. A golden game of 9 goals between Spain and France. On a night of high drama, high quality, and the presence of a teenager who has got 2 more goals and a player of the match award as well.